Hi, it's Todd of Todd's Workshop here, and today we're going to talk about the shepherd sling, the sling of David and Goliath, basically. I've done a video on sort of their penetrating power, but I'm just going to have a look at how to make them now, and there's a few different ways of making them, but we're just going to try and keep it as simple as we can. Some will be nicer, some will be very rough and ready, but what they will do is allow you to take a sling and mess about in the backyard. Not necessarily with stones. Beanbags make really good ammunition. It's a bit harder with the tennis ball because they're a bit big, but even just a wodge of tissue paper or toilet paper all wrapped up with a bit of gaffer tape around it, that makes a great projectile just for practicing. And then down to the beach, into the fields, wherever there are no windows and people, and then have a go. What I would say is try it with longer strings on it, longer lines, try it with shorter lines, just kind of mess about, have a go. See what happens. They're really interesting, great little things, and you can just keep them in your pocket. Yeah, use them whenever you want. So the first method is about as dirty and quick as you can get. So I've got some paracord here. It's about 3 yards of it. It's more than I need. 3 yards, 3 meters. I'm going to get another bit here. This is just some I stole off my daughter's. But any kind of string will work, really. Okay, so I have some paracord, 2 lengths of it. Now find the middle of the cord and you end up with 2 bits like that, okay? Just let go of one, just take the 2 pieces, pass one through the other, and you just knotted them together. Move, oh what's that, 12, 13 centimetres, about 5 inches. Put another knot in with the pair of cords. These dimensions are not critical at all. But you know, this is all about experimentation. So you now have 2 cords with 2 knots. Just open them up a little. You take a bit of gaffer tape. Stick them down. So that distance is about 5 centimetres, 2 inches. Gaffer tape is, of course, one of the most wonderful things. When the world ends, all that's going to be left are cockroaches and gaffer tape. Right, so I've now got sort of gaffer tape just holding them apart. Now carefully peel that up, flip it over, and just close it in. So there is really nothing clever about this at all. Now, what you want to do then, put a bit more tape over it, because the tape, of course, does have to actually hold the weight of the projectile when it's spinning around, and a centripetal force will increase the effective mass of the projectile, you know, significantly within the pouch. So you have got to consider that. So basically, a little bit more gaffer tape than less. Now, and that will be fine. So it's just about 3 layers of tape. There might be a temptation here to make that cupped, to actually structurally use it to make it like a cup here. Personally, I've found that that does not allow for a clean release. So yes, I don't do that. I like to keep my pouches flat. The next thing I do is I put the loop onto the end of the string that goes on your finger. I do that because it's harder to get the loop in the right place than it is the knot at the other end. So the first one I tie it. That distance, again, vary it however you want, about 0.8 of a metre, or a bit under 3 foot, so 32 inches, something like that, will be fine. Make a loop there. Pass it through, and that is the loop that stays on your middle finger there. Then the other end, you want this to be balanced. You want it to be the same length. So if you look at the sling there, if I held it here, that sling wouldn't work. So I need the sling to be in the centre And so the knot wants to be about where my thumb and finger are. And there you are. If you look at that end there, and my knot there, I'll just trim it so you can see it cleaner. Now the principle of making the sling with whatever material is the same as this. So that's about as quick and dirty as you can make a sling. Wraps up nice and small, stays in your pocket. You know, great if you're out camping or walking or just messing about on the beach. They're fun. So we'll do a leather version now and it'll be a bit prettier. So next up, leather. I've just shown you how to make the world's nastiest looking, but it performs well enough, sling. So this is just done out of paracord, it could be any string, paracord and gaffer tape. Looks nasty, works just fine. So we're going to make something that's a bit more appealing now. And again, it's the pattern that I kind of like, which is an oval pouch. This one is 5 inches, 130mm long, 65mm wide, 2.5 inches on that. Sort of medieval pattern, medieval size. I'm going to put strings on it which are about 32 inches, 80 centimetres, about that. But again, it's about experimentation. You know, maybe 40 centimetres works for you, maybe 120 works for you if you're very tall, whatever. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to draw around this. The leather I'm using is 1/16 of an inch thick, 1.6mm. I know in America you have a different system to UK or Europe, which is that you do it on weight. I don't know what ounce leather this would be, but I'm sure that if you go to any kind of a leather trader, they'll be able to tell you what 1/16 of an inch is in ounces. So this is just a calf skin or cow, but any sort of reasonably tough leather would be fine. I don't like chrome tanned leather. I much prefer veg tan leather. Maybe that's just the historical craftsman in me. But I like the way you can mould it and shape it. And for doing this, that's actually quite useful, because just a little bit of movement, a little bit of shaping on the pouch does seem to help. And that's what we're going to do next now. So we're going to just put some cord holes in the end. You can do this with a knife. I've just got a wad punch, which is fine. So that just gives me a couple of holes. Don't get them too close to the edge because they might rip through. And then the medieval style is that you have little slits in the leather. And this helps the pouch to deform slightly and to grip onto the piece that you're, the shot. So I just use a chisel. Nothing fancy, nothing clever. Also has the advantage of being quite quick. You know, and our medieval counterparts, they wanted to be quick just like anybody else did. So that works fine. So you've now got a pouch which allows you some shaping. If you get that wet now, you'll be able to just shape that very, very slightly. And I find that helps. Now I'm going to put the cords on here. I could just tie a knot like we did with the paracord. I'm actually going to splice them in simply because I want to keep this and it's just nicer. There's loads of splicing videos, and actually, to be honest, I'm a bit embarrassingly bad at it and don't want to show you. So I will splice it up, swearing a little bit as I go, and then when I'm done, I'll show you how we've got on. I now have my sling. I've spliced on the string on each end. It's a nice 3mm 1/8 of an inch hemp cord. I've put beeswax on it. I just find that it holds it down. I like it that way. You've got lines on there about 80 centimetres, 32 inches long. Spliced loop on the end and a knot. Now that goes on the middle finger. I like it to go on the back of the finger. That is held between the thumb and forefinger, and your shot goes just where my thumb is there. Notice that the sling is not like that. You make the knots and the finger loop so that the sling is basically even there. And again, to recap, I like this medieval pattern with the little slits in it. It just helps to shape it around the projectile a little. Well, we've got our two slings, a very nicer leather one and a very simple and dirty gaffer tape and paracord. So the two ends of the spectrum. But you can make them out of a bit of old jeans fabric. You can weave them out of paracord or string completely. And there will be videos on the net about this. So go have a look. Well, we've made two slings. The first one is about as nasty an object as you can get. So it's just gaffer tape and paracord. But we'll go and have a go with that and see how that performs. And then a nicer, more old school one out of leather, shaped with the little slits in it, very medieval style. And 3mm, 1/8 of an inch hemp cord, which has been spliced and waxed at the ends. Now I've paid particular attention, as I said before, to the length of the two cords. So this goes on, the loop goes on my middle finger, on the back, that's the way I prefer it. Then you just slide your hand down to the knot. Now do you see that my thumb there allows this sling to be sort of even? If I had the cords the wrong length, then this would happen and the shot in there would be far less secure, basically. So you just want to make sure that it's nice and even and central, and it should work fine. But, and here's the safety thing, the stones do go, particularly in the early days, pretty much anywhere, including backwards, including upward. So just bear that in mind. First up, I'll show you how to actually use the sling. So you put the loop onto your middle finger here. That just goes there. And then I slide my hand down until I hit the knot. It just stops the cords getting tangled. It's just an easier way of housekeeping. And you take your stone, pop it into the sling. I go forward, back, up. And there we go. There's many ways that you can actually throw a sling. This is particularly the way I like it. I think, is there a lot of difference between many of them? I don't really know, I don't think so. So that one, I took the swing to be going flat, and that's what I would use for accuracy. If I want to do a lob, a long distance throw, then I actually go, the rotation I go actually exactly the same, but instead of being flat like this, what I do is I keep the angle going up like that. So we'll just go for a big lob. You probably won't see it on camera. So that went up at about maybe 40 degrees. Fairly casual throw, maybe 100, 120 meters, something like that. So that's the gaffer tape one. Nasty, but it works fine. So this is the leather one. I prefer it. I'll just do a few throws towards that little kid's house. No kids in there. So again, just bring it up nice and smooth. That's always the secret, is bring it up nice and smooth at the beginning. So that was just a little to the left. And what we'll do, I'll do another video on power. Oh, that was well off. Many years since I've really done any serious slinging, but you know, it's fun. So you can see it's fairly quick as well. And I mean, if you had a pouch on your belt with shot in it, it would be much, much faster. So actually, amazingly, just after these few shots, I'm getting a lot better than when I first started. So there we have it. And very simply, two slings. One made of leather and cord, one made of paracord and gaffer tape, and you can just roll them up, pop them in your pocket, go hiking.